Come on, Microsoft, really? Okay, today let's take a look at what happens when you log onto SQL Server from a network or from the internet. You know, I think back, when Microsoft developed SQL Server, I can just picture, their top engineers sitting around and discussing, well, how are we going to handle this when people log in from the outside world? And I'm sure that, well, they did. They felt that, the one thing you have to do is make sure that password is encrypted so that anyone sniffing, what's going on won't be able to see the password. And they did. And they sat around and they looked at their options, what they had at their disposal to encrypt this password. And you can see some of those on the screen. So I suspect this happened on a Friday afternoon before a 3-day weekend. It would explain a lot. But guess which one they chose? The secret decoder ring algorithm. I kid you not. Let me just show you how my secret decoder ring works. My imaginary secret decoder ring. Okay, so you turn the dial here to the A, and that becomes B3 hex. Turn it to B, and that becomes 83 hex. And if I turn it to C, it comes out to 93 hex. Are you writing this down? This is important. Microsoft. I can't make this stuff up. Okay, so how did I discover this? I wrote a program called Sniffle, and what Sniffle does is it sits on your network card and it just watches traffic coming in and out looking for logins to SQL Server. And if it sees anything wonky or mischievous, it autonomously and aggressively responds to it. But in the process of developing that, I also developed a little program that would just rapidly fire logins to SQL Server so I could watch what SQL Server did and how it responded. And being a little lazy, I guess, I made the password all A's. So I fire a login into SQL Server and I look at it, and it's all B3 hex, B3 hexes. I went, well, that's really odd. How can that be? So then I tried all B's, and they came through as 83 hexes. Then I did C's, which is 93 hex. And slowly I built my imaginary secret decoder ring. So let's take a look. Here we go. This is the tabular data stream section, essentially the packet payload. This 10 hex here tells me that this is an SQL Server login packet. Here's the server IP address. We're attempting to log in as system administrator. And here's the encrypted password. The A5s are filler, and the password is 10 B3s. Let me fire up my imaginary secret decoder ring. It's all A's. Now you could say that I'm at a pretty low level here, and that would be hard, and it would be pretty hard to access, and that's true. But unfortunately, you can get this same information from Wireshark. And Wireshark will even decode the password for you. So they have their own secret decoder ring. Okay, so we're filtering for port 1433, which is SQL Server port, and let's throw a login at it, and there you have it. Okay, now, this is the login packet. The TDS is Tabular Data Stream 7 login, and if you look at the packet here, here's the TDS 7 login packet, and it shows you we're logging to localhost. And the password is all A's. If you look at the password in the packet itself down here, you can see that it's all B3s followed by A5s. Okay? Now, before you light up my comment section with mine doesn't look like that, let's try this again. Saving. And fire another login at it. All right, now this one looks a little different. You have a lot of TDS things, you have pre-login messages, and what you're looking at here is a transport layer security. And what it's doing is it's negotiating a cipher that it's going to use to decode the package, or encode and decode the package. So if it looks like this, the program you're trying to log onto is using transport layer security, which is fine, and most Microsoft products will use this. But it's not required, and you can still get in just by logging in directly without TLS. So I'm not really a big fan of transport layer security. I mean, it works well, it's fine, but I'm convinced it was written by madmen in an asylum somewhere. Maybe that's just me. So, what's the solution? A good solution would be a good quality firewall and maybe a VPN that passes through it to manage, to help with your users who are on the go, you know, the ones that work out of airports and hotel rooms. I prefer not putting the SQL server online at all and having all applications talk either to an HTTP server or an application server, so that there's no chance that anyone could get through that to your data. But the choice is up to yours. There are ways to protect yourself, and you should look into them. So anyway, I gave you one more thing to worry about, one more thing to lose sleep about. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye. Oh, hold on.
Come here, pup. Come here.
Oh, meat stickers. Okay, where were we?